May I come in, sir?
Yes, please do.
Good morning, ma'am.
Please take your seat.
Thank you.
You're Mr. Rishabh CA.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rishabh. Tell something about you.
Sir, I was born in Tindivanam and I did my graduation in BE Electronics and Communication Engineering, and I've started working at Infosys. My interest includes public speaking and reading fiction novels, and I'm also interested in traveling.
Okay, and you did your BE in 2014.
Yes, sir.
And that was in Electronics and Communication.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing since 2014?
So I was working at Infosys for a year and a half, and after I started preparing for civil services examination, and inside I was also doing some freelancing works as well as working for one more institution.
And you appeared in this examination with geography as your discipline.
Yes, sir.
Why not some subject from sciences, physics, chemistry, mathematics?
So geography was a subject which I was very fond of since my school time, and that was a subject which I could easily relate with the global phenomena which has been happening. I could easily relate with geography whenever I see something in my town, the lake, the river, whatever I was seeing, I could relate geography. So it became easier for me to grasp the concepts of geography and work on those concepts.
You're basically from Tamil Nadu.
Yes, sir.
And you belong to a community which is recently announced as a minority religious community.
Yes,
what are the markers of a minority religious community, and once Jains became a minority, what are the additional advantages now they have in terms of our community development things?
Sir, minority, the major criteria is population, demography. Apart from the Hindu is the majority community. All the other 5 major communities are accorded minority community status in India with respect to their demographic status. And the various benefits includes we have Ministry of Minority Affairs, which provides certain schemes such as Nai Roshni, Nai Manzil, etc., which have been targeted towards minority communities. As well as even in UPSC examination, persons who clear their prelims examination, Ministry of Minority Affairs provides 1 lakh rupee stipend, financial stipend for those people.
Okay. Another community called Lingayats were striving really hard to get a minority status, but the central government refused them, though the grounds were similar to that of Jains. So, why do you believe central government refused minority status to Lingayats?
Sir, within Lingayats committee, there is also a committee called as Vocal Lingas committee also. And there has been issues that part of committee saying they are people who worship Lord Shiva. Another part of committee says they have a distinct culture, and since there are no clear-cut distinction between the worship, they are also, since they worship Lord Shiva, even Hindus worship Lord Shiva. So there was not being much distinction, which makes them as a minority community.
But then similar grounds occur for Sikhs, but Sikhs are a minority community for quite some time now. So that similarity with Hinduism cannot be ground for saying a community is not minority, don't you think so?
Yes, sir. You may be correct, sir. I do not have much knowledge about this, sir.
Rishabh, you mentioned that you are into the video content development
Yes,
thing.
sir.
Do you believe that recently, after the web streaming has come up, new platforms available, the video editing now has become more of a mass production media rather than a specialized one? How will it affect the content in the future?
The first thing it will affect is that the content, there is an explosion of fake news. That is something which I feel this is the major issue which will affect, sir. There has been not much of content as such, content filtering or seeing what's the correct content, what's the wrong content, what should we tell to people, what we should not tell to people. There is not much of censorship that comes after the advent of this web streaming, YouTube, etc. So that's where it may create mass disturbance or it may create internal security threats, sir. But again, it has even more positive ways, such as it enables education, it enables empowerment of vulnerable sections of people, etc. So there is something, a middle line which you have to be found, whereby the content, it has to be filtered and there should be certain norms with respect to fake news, etc.
You did your electronics and communication engineering. If you are given, say, 2 transistors, will you be able to identify which one is a PNP transistor, which one is a NPN transistor?
So, I'm not so, sorry, I can't. I won't be able to do it.
You won't be able to. What is a PNP transistor?
I don't remember it, sir.
So,